morning. I think our sign is all wrong.
Nothing wrong with that sign.
The print's too small. I just went by McGarrett's and they're signing him right and left.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with the sign. Why don't you pour yourself a cup of coffee?
I don't want any coffee. I want men. I have a whole fruit crop to harvest, and McGarrett and the others are signing them like they're giving something away for nothing.
Uh-huh.
By the way, are you questioning these people like you're getting them ready for jury duty?
Jury duty? What are you talking about?
Well, word is going around town that you're practically cross-examining these people.
Now, look, Nicholas, you said to me, get me the right men. Now, that's what I'm trying to do. Isn't that what you want?
I want men. Any man who is ready, willing, and able to work, I would like to have. Now, if you see one of these, grab him, hold him, and sign him. But do me a favor, will you?
What's that?
But don't ask them any questions.
All right, Nick.
Fine.
Nothing, just passing through.
I heard down at Salinas they're looking for hands up here.
Oh, no, you can't believe everything you hear, Waldo.
Hey, look, welcome harvest hands. Best pay, come in, sign up now.
No, I just been in there. They all signed up, have been for days.
Yeah, but those men there.
Oh, poor fools. They're going to get the same sad story I got.
Yeah, but...
Oh, tell him to take his sign down. I just ought to do it. I hear that there's another place right down the street that's got a couple of openings. Now, why don't you hurry on down there, Waldo, and get them before they all taken up? I'll run back in here. I'll tell this feller, take his sign down. I'll meet you down there. Now, go on, hurry.
Oh, thanks, Eli. Gee, thanks. You sure are swell to put me onto this. Thanks, Eli.
Hey, what's the big idea? That man's looking for work, isn't he?
That's right. You hired him and I quit. There ain't a ranch in California big enough to hold the two of us.
You look harmless to me.
Yeah? He's worse than any gunfighter you ever heard of. Because with a gunfighter, you got a chance to draw. With him, there's no way to defend yourself because you don't know when or where nor how it's coming.
What's his game?
His game is bad luck. He's a joner. Last town he worked in burned down the very day after he arrived. And the last ranch he worked on, the steers got mixed in with the neighbor's sheep. They had been peace in that county for 10 years, and the day he left, there was a full-scale range war going on.
You don't say.
Oh, Mr. McGarrett, I sure do. Everywhere he goes, there's trouble. And nobody in his right mind would work anywhere near him. And that's a fact.
That's Waldo Diefen?
Diefendorfer. Waldo Diefendorfer. Once you repeat it a couple times. I guess it's still kind of hard to say.
Yes, well, good luck, Mr. Diefendorfer.
You too. Lots of it. Hey, now, you boys stop that. Now, cut it out. One of you's gonna get hurt. Now, you cut that out. Hey, now, give me that. Now, get out on home and... Ain't this place something? You know, Penelope, this could be the start of a whole new life for us. Let's go find the foreman. Come on.
Prettiest sight a cowboy ever did see.
Yes, he's beautiful. Seems a shame to break him, though.
Oh, don't you worry now, Miss Audra. I wasn't hired to ruin Barkley horses. I'm just gonna bend his spirit a little to yours.
Sorry.
He'll catch him.
I don't know. Oh, I'm Waldo Diefendorfer.
Audra Barkley.
Oh, one of the Barkleys? Gee, I'm sure glad all the other ranches were filled and I could come here. I'm looking for the foreman.
That'd be my brother. Nick! Someone to see you.
Like I said, I'm sorry about that horse that ran away. I hope it wasn't my fault.
How could it be? You were just passing by.
Sometimes that's enough.
Yeah, Audra, what do you have?
Nick, this is Mr.
Diefendorfer.
How's that again?
I'm Waldo Diefendorfer. I signed up in town to work here.
Well, you, bunk in bunkhouse number 3. It's up by the house. Chow will be in 15 minutes.
3? That could be my lucky number. Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure meeting you, Miss Barkley.
The stable your burro in the barn.
Sir, could I stake her at the bunkhouse? Penelope likes to be with me late at night, and vice versa.
Well, yeah, suit yourself. Go ahead. I don't know. I just don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Hi, fellas. I'm Waldo. Don't bother about me. Just go on doing what you're doing.
You can dump your gear over there.
Oh, thanks.
Sure. His name is Hank Demers. I'm sort of put in charge here. Glad to have you with us.
Thanks. Lots of give. Nice.
Yeah, the Barclays got the best beds in the valley.
Chow ain't bad either.
Yeah. You're lucky to sign on here.
That's what I figured.
I'll get your blankets out back.
Oh, you don't have to bother.
There's no bother. We all work together here. One big happy family. Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? You sure?
Uh-huh. I ain't never been anyplace. I mean that counts or anything.
What'd you say your name was?
Waldo.
Your last name?
Diefendorfer.
Sounds kind of familiar.
Oh, there are lots of Diefendorfers. The world's full of them. You got me mixed up with one of those. Somebody else.
Could be.
Tell me, Nick, how are you coming along with the harvest hands?
Well, looks like we've got a full crew, but...
But what?
You should know. You hired him, deep and dapper.
Diefendorfer.
Whatever. Brother Jared, I told you to sign on anybody. Scrape the bottom of the barrel if you had to, but come on. Deep and Dorper?
Diefendorfer. Waldo Diefendorfer.
All right, all right. But does he look like a farmhand to you?
Now, Nick, what does a farmhand look like?
Let's not have any courtroom tricks, lawyer man.
Would someone mind letting me in on this?
Well, Brother Jared here signed on,
Diefendorfer.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know a peach from a ripe tomato.
Now, Nick, that's cruel.
Well, I should think the point is, can he do the job?
Well, the odds against it.
Nick, why don't you stop picking on him? He hasn't even had a chance to prove himself yet. Why don't you at least wait and see? Who knows? You may be in for the surprise of your life.
Got a surprise for you, Penelope. Sugar. Morning.
Yeah.
Nice day.
Yeah, it sure is.
I'm glad you caught that runaway horse yesterday.
It's a strange thing. I can't figure it out. It's the first time one ever cut out on me. Just can't figure it.
Ours is not the reason why. Don't you agree?
I guess.
All right, you men, let's go. Now, Waldo, that means you too. Come on.
If it's all the same to you, Mr. Nick, I'll ride Penelope.
You'll ride with the rest of us. Come on, get aboard.
That's what you want, sir.
Three days have gone by, and it's been one thing after another. First, the transport wagon collapses.
Equipment wears out.
That was a brand new wheel, and so was the axle brand new. And what about the next day when the ladder folded up and one of my men busted his arm? Don't tell me anything about that ladder, because it happened to be brand new, too.
Seemingly.
What about this afternoon when the freight wagon backed up too far and crushed 20 crates of fresh-picked fruit?
Amen.
What is that supposed to mean?
What it usually means, the end. You've had your share of mishaps, so now it'll be clear sailing.
You really expect me to believe that?
I do.
Wonderful. Mother, do you realize how many man-hours we have wasted? Do you know how much money it has cost us? And do you happen to know where that puts McGarrett?
No.
He could be responsible for all this bad
Oh,
luck.
Nick.
I would not put it past
Nick,
him.
I have known Frank McGarrett for over 25 years.
Then you ought to know how he operates.
No, he's a tough competitor, but he would never do anything like that.
That leaves who?
Why does it have to leave anybody? Hi there.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I mean, for going around like this, Bear Lake.
That's all right, Waldo. I've seen a man's bare legs before. I have 3 brothers, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm glad of that.
Am I intruding?
Oh, no.
Perfect Sunday afternoon.
Sure is. I'm glad you rode by. If you don't mind my saying so.
Not at all. Usually the men go into town Saturday night and stay over.
Well, to tell you the truth, I kind of like to be alone sometimes.
I think I know what you mean.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Funny. Doesn't make a difference where you are or who's around. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I feel exactly the same way.
Me too. Of course, that's what Penelope included.
Of course.
Still, it's nice to have somebody to talk to. Sometimes. Like you, I mean. There's some people who make you feel to home right away. Like the first time I saw you, Miss Audra. I walked right up to you. Talked right to you. I don't usually speak to strangers, especially the opposite sex. But I must admit, in your case, I made an exception. That's the honest truth.
I'm very flattered.
You are?
Hey, Miss Audra. Been looking for you. Remember that herd of Mustangs I was telling you about?
Yes?
Well, it was spotted headed north. I think they're going towards Box Canyon. Want to ride with me?
Do you really think you can find them?
Well, if I can, no one can. Come on, let's go.
I'll see you later, Waldo.
Uh-huh. You know, Penelope, if it wasn't your day off, we'd go out after those Mustangs, too.
Hey, Sid, how about lend me some of your hair tonic? I'm all out.
What for?
What do you think for?
You ain't going no place.
Oh, no? Going up to the big house tonight.
Come on, you couldn't get in the back door. And if you're talking about Miss Audra...
That's exactly who I'm talking about. I'm taking her to the dance on Tuesday night.
This I gotta see.
You come to the dance on Tuesday night, and you will see.
Where is he? Let me at him. I knew it. I felt it. Where is he?
Where's who?
Diefendorfer. I told you there was something fishy about him, didn't I?
Oh, Hank, don't start that all over again.
What about that transport wagon breaking down? And Charlie falling off that ladder? And all those crushed crates of fruit that took us hours to pick? It's all his doing. He's a jinx.
Sure.
Go ahead, laugh.
Who's laughing?
The Garrett's men are. In town. They're laughing themselves sick about it. One of them palmed off Diefendorfer on the Barclays. They know him from way back. They're giving him a wide berth. Now we're stuck with him. Who knows what's going to happen next?
Well, what do you aim to do?
I don't know.
You want some advice? Take it straight to the Barclays. It's their crop.
Nick, you're not really going to go through with this silly test.
The boys in number 3 are not kidding, and by tomorrow morning it's going to spread to the other bunkhouses, and nobody's going to get even near this Waldo. Now, Heath is down in Modesto, and I've got this whole ranch to run all by myself. I've got crops to harvest, and I'm not taking any chances. The little test goes on.
Nick, the whole thing is ridiculous.
I will not let superstition run this ranch.
Waldo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Talk all you want, it doesn't change a thing. I happen to know there are real live Jonahs. Now, don't ask me why. I don't know. It's just the way it is. Now, listen, sis. People like Waldo, they don't mean to hurt anybody. It's just that, well, calamity seems to follow him around like a hungry hound dog. And I am going to prove that Waldo Diefendorfer is a born loser.
I'll get it. Come in, Waldo, please.
Oh, my gosh!
Oh!
I nearly broke it.
Somebody must have moved it. It was in the way.
Oh, I don't know. Nice place you got here. Big, too. What is it your brother, Mr. Nick, wants to see me about?
Well, actually, the whole family's in there.
They all want to see me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you know? What's it all about?
Well, it's a game, sort of.
Oh.
You know my brothers, Nick and Jared.
Mr. Nick, Mr. Jared?
And this is my mother.
How do you do, Mr. Diefendorfer?
Mrs. Barkley, it's a real pleasure. Also an honor.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dief...
Friends call me Waldo. Bosses, too.
Waldo, will you sit down here and join us for a minute here?
Oh, yes, sir.
We're going to cut for a high card.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never gamble.
Well, there's no money involved.
Then what?
Waldo, remember I mentioned a game?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll cut first.
A 3.
Your turn, Waldo.
Yes, ma'am.
A deuce. All right, let's try it again. Now, this time you cut first, Waldo.
But...
It's all right, just cut.
isn't over yet.
Well, it is now. Read it and weep.
All right, once more.
Never tempt fate, Brother Jared.
A king! Oh, Waldo, that's wonderful.
It is?
Well, now, will you look here at what I drew? Looks to me to be an ace. Enough?
I still say it doesn't prove a thing.
Thank you, Walter. Thank you very much for cooperating.
That's the game? That's all?
That's all.
Well, would you like some coffee?
Or some cookies.
Well, gee, thanks. But I gotta get up early. A man can't be tired and do a full day's work. Bosses might complain. Night, everybody. Night, Miss Audra.
Jonah!
Nick, now what did that prove? 3 cuts of the cards do not amount to a run of bad luck or the stroke of doom. No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
This is a nice big piece.
You'd better go now, Waldo.
I guess I wasn't looking where I was going. I'm sorry. Night, folks.
Wonderful. Now, what do you think?
I think it's broken. But I don't think it had anything to do with being a Jonah.
I agree.
Well?
I'll, go along with Jared and Audra.
Well, he is willing, isn't he?
And honest and loyal.
And, polite?
Whose side are you all on, anyway?
Well, just trying to be fair.
What do I tell the hands out there? They want me to get Waldo off their backs.
Oh, I'm not worried about that, Nick. You'll find the right words.
Well, we'll give it another day or two.
Ah, boy, Nick. After all, it can't get any worse.
Who said?
See you later. Take care. I can take a hint. Nobody has to hit me over the head, do they, Penelope? Now, let's see, Penelope. We've got to make some plans. First, why does it always happen to me? What do I do that's so wrong? Oh, Miss Audra, this is a surprise.
So is that.
Well, I've been planning to leave. I've had the urge to move on. You know what they say, a rolling stone gathers no moss.
Wait here, I'll be right back. Don.
Hey, don't you look like something? Clay Howard loaned me his best carriage and a horse you like. I figured a girl as beautiful as Audra Barkley should go to that dance and stuff.
Don, I'm sorry I can't go.
What do you mean you can't go?
Well, something very important has come up.
Yeah, like what?
It's personal, and it's an emergency. It's something I just have to do.
Miss Audra, it's been very nice knowing you. If there's anything I can ever do for you, don't be afraid of calling me. Of course, I never know where I'll be. Me with the wanderlust and all.
You're not leaving.
I can't go back in there.
Even if they begged, I wouldn't let you. There's a room off the barn. You can have your privacy, and Penelope can have her own stall. Come on, I'll show you.
See you later, Penelope.
Waldo, what do you think of dancing?
Well, I only tried it once.
Once?
Well, you see, I stepped on this girl's foot.
Well, that happens to practically every man.
Not like me. I broke her toe.
Hi, friend. Bring it along, huh? Little lady from the main house leaving you waiting at the gate?
She wasn't feeling well. That's all there was to it.
Sure got quick cures these days. Now, I wonder what he's got that you haven't.
Waldo, wait here. I'll be right back.
I want to talk to him.
Wait, let me explain.
Okay, don't you cancel me. You came with him. What's to explain?
It's not that simple. He was locked out of the bunkhouse tonight.
So?
Wait, heaven knows how many places he's been kicked out of, how many backs have been turned on him. Someone has to show they care. Someone has to welcome him back to the human race, and I thought this would be one small way. I'm sorry if I hurt you. That wasn't my intention. Come on, Waldo, let's dance.
Now?
Now!
First, Miss Audra, listen. Do me one favor. Be careful of your toes. Please. Miss Audra?
Yes?
Remember Sunday out by the stream when I told you how much I like being by myself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta tell you now, there are a lot of times when I don't like it at all. To tell you the whole truth, most of the time I don't like it. Most of the times I like being someplace where it's crowded, where everybody's smiling and having a good time, and liking each other, like now. To tell you the whole truth, most of the time, I'm just plain lonely.
Waldo, to tell you the whole truth, so are a lot of people.
Tonight it's kind of hard to tell the winners from the losers.
Yeah? Well, I guarantee you one thing. When I get through, you won't have any trouble.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
Audra, I'd like a word with you.
Yes, Nick?
While you were out dancing, a delegation from Bunkhouse 3 paid me a visit.
If it's about Waldo.
Who else? This delegation was headed up by your friend Don Jarvis. Seems he wants to walk out and take 15 men with him. Why couldn't you have left well enough alone, Audra? Waldo's no stray dog, you know.
Then why is he kicked around like one? Has that ever occurred to you?
I'll pay him off.
He won't take it.
You think?
He's not looking for charity.
How do you know so much about this?
All right, that's enough, both of you. Audra is right.
Now, wait a minute.
Well, so are you, in a way. So I'd say a compromise is in order.
Such as?
Well, it seems simple to me.
Simple? The men will not work with Waldo in the orchard.
We'll take him out of the orchard. And you, Audra, you say he won't accept charity. All right, we will find him a legitimate paying job. Now, there are plenty of those this time of year. I ask you, what's wrong with that?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. That's what's wrong with it. He's still on this property.
This is my property, Jarvis. This is Barkley property.
Have it your way. But I want him off of here and fast.
You want him off, huh?
That's right. Now, you better leave a little room, Mr. Barkley. Because if he's not off of here by noon tomorrow, we will be. And more will follow.
Well, now, let me let you in on something. If you, or you, Hank, or any one of you walk from here, I'll see to it that not one of you get 1 hour's work in this whole valley.
Who are you trying to bluff? You know these men got the pick of the places around here. As a matter of fact, I've already checked with McGarrett. They got a special invite to come over to his ranch anytime they want to. So you take your choice. Diefendorfer or them.
Well, Penelope, how do you like this for accommodations? Your own stall in my own room. No, it's real. It's not a dream. All the bad luck is behind us now. No more dark clouds. From now on, my fine friend, nothing but sunshine.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it can't be it. It never rains this time of year.
Looks like it really means business this time.
Could ruin it for everybody. If it keeps up, there won't be any work for anybody in the whole valley.
Yeah. Talk about your Jonas.
Boy, that is some storm out there. I just came home to see if there was anything I could do to help.
If you can stop time, fine. We got 35 minutes to deadline. Or else maybe you can figure a way to stop this rain.
You mean to tell me those men out there really believe that Waldo started this storm?
According to the last petition, 28 of them do, yes.
Now, what you really mean is that Jarvis fellow has got them believing it, right?
I don't know what to believe now.
What's this, Nick? You thinking of giving in?
No, I'm just doing a lot of thinking, so.
Well, while you are, think about this. You give some people an inch, Nick, and they take a mile. If I know you, you're not going to give anybody a mile, no matter what you're thinking right now, and you know it.
All right, how do we win, Jar?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's more important sometimes, Nick, to know how to lose.
Five to 12.
All right.
So where's Barkley?
Any minute now, Barkley will be coming through the door, and that'll be the end of Waldo Diefendorfer.
Want to bet?
Come here.
I'd say it looks like Waldo is settling down for a long stay.
Come here. Listen to me. You can forget
forget about those blankets Miss Audra gave you, and you can forget everything the Barclays told you. You're getting out of here.
Yeah, but...
No buts! You pack up your gear, you get on that mangy burr, and you ride. Now, come on, move!
Let him go.
Don't you know when you've had enough?
I'm sorry.
Yeah?
I thought you'd be doing this.
What can I do?
Well, first, have a better opinion of yourself. Have some faith in you.
How can I, when from the day I was born I brought bad luck? Even that day, after the doctor delivered me, he fell down the porch steps and broke his leg.
That was his bad luck, not yours.
I don't want to cause any trouble here.
I don't believe you. That's just your excuse. The fact is, you're feeling sorry for yourself. You always have. You're not running to help anybody. You're running because you're a coward. You're not noble, and you're not a man. You're just a sheep leading yourself to slaughter. Why don't you for once stand your ground? Why don't you for once try a little faith? Oh, what's the use?
She doesn't understand, Penelope. Come on.
Hey, he's leaving.
Where can I go now? What do I do? I never asked you for anything. I wouldn't dare. But I just gotta ask you now. You see, I can't go on like this anymore. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't want to. Besides, I can't be someone else, can I? I mean, a person is stuck with being what he is, right? But I need your help now. Nothing big or important. Just a little something. Please. Yours truly, Waldo Diefendorfer. Gee, I never expected anything this big. Especially the first time. Gee, thanks, sir.
You know, Waldo, this is the best season we ever had.
Me too, Hank.
Look, me and the boys are headed north for the Feather River. How about joining us?
Sure, friend.
Great. Wouldn't want to lose our good luck charm.
Hear that, Miss Audra? You brought me a change of luck.
Change of faith.
Oh, yeah.
See you.
see you, Waldo.
Oh, here I go again.
It's not what you think, Waldo. Nick's up there dynamiting. We're just bringing water down from the high lake.
Oh. See you. Bye.
Goodbye.
I first met that girl. She was skinny enough to sit on quarter, show silver all the way around. I married her. She went plumb to suet. I swear she could get fat biting her fingernails.
Hey, Charlie. Looky there.
Threw himself a dent in the back of his head. More than a while ago from the looks of him. Wonder if his horse towed him.
Hey, Charlie.
Same as the other one. Ain't likely they both got horse towed. Looky, I'll tell you what. I'll stay here with him. And I want you to ride into Stockton and tell the sheriff the whole story. All right? Uh-huh. All right. Now, you sure you know what to tell him? Sure. All right.
Hey, Charlie! Charlie!
Heat now is past noon. We ought to be moving out.
There's your hang-up.
Roll him. Big 10.
Is it winning?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could be 2 more days. Old Nick ain't gonna quit the game till he's got all the money or none of it.
Days, you like ham sandwiches?
Yeah, I like him.
It's all yours. I'll see if I can pry him loose.
Be good to me.
Time to head for home, Nick.
Home is where the heart is.
Home is also where they expected us with some white-faced cattle.
Mm-hmm. The valley's been without those pot-belly shorthorns for over 1 million years. Another day or two shouldn't make any difference.
Ha-ha! 7.
And the money comes to smiling Nick Barkley. Come on, Nick, shake loose.
You're all fired trail eager because you're all cleaned out, that's all.
Well, it was. I am.
Well, our foreman, Mr. Dace Edwards, is older than 2 times 10 and a half, and his pants come clear down to his ankles. If he can't roll out those potbellies by himself, then we're really in trouble.
We'll see you back at the range.
Oh, no. You're going to leave me out on that trail with no one to argue with but myself, and you know it. Stick around.
What for?
This is for. Come on, now, a little late. Come on, 200 more. Let's go.
Oh, look at all that money. Trail expenses. You move them out. We'll catch up to you later, eh?
Yeah, I'll see you in a couple of days.
Dace, my San Francisco tobacconist makes these up especially for me. 50 cents a piece. Smoke them real slow, will you?
Yeah, thanks. Well, I'll spend a night at Bleak House, Newman's Crossing. See you there, huh?
Yeah, at Bleak House. Have a nice trip.
All right, come on.
Well, afternoon. You got any vacancies?
How many of you is there?
There's 5 of us.
Well, 50 cents a head includes a hot supper and a hot breakfast. Come on.
4 of us are cows.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I swear, after the way your brother and I slaved to get you all that schooling, you don't read nothing except fairy tales. Always thinking that you're a Cinderella princess.
Anything wrong with dreaming?
No. You just keep a good, tight grip on that dream. One of these days, it'll all come true. You get enough money and build that hotel up on the North Rise. A big, sparkling white one. A real showcase.
And kings and emperors will come from halfway around the world to enjoy our hospitality.
Why don't you fetch me a little taste of whiskey like a good girl?
You have to wait. We've got a guest. Howdy.
Howdy, ma'am.
Well, howdy, cowboy. Here, let me take your gear. You've been swallowing a lot of trail dust, have you?
Well, I chewed enough sand to make my teeth get short.
Hey, well, sit down. I got something for you to make your teeth grow a foot and a half. Belle, pour the man a drink.
Well, I always go first class. Now, you take it out of this 20. I'm sorry it's the smallest I got, and take $1 out for my accommodations.
Well, I reckon we can find change for this around here somewheres.
Where are you from, Mr.
Edwards, Dace Edwards. Originally from Cincinnati.
Coming out west to make your fortune?
Yeah, little idea of mine. I got them 4 Hereford cows out there, and I'm going to start a new breed.
Yeah, I saw you ride in. Those are eastern-looking cattle, all right.
$100 a head.
You must have done pretty well back east to save up $400.
Oh, just a drop in the bucket.
Here you go, cowboy.
Thank you there.
Belle, you take good care of our friend. I've got some work to do out back.
Okay, Pa. Oh, you care for a refill?
Yes, I never did like to eat much on an empty stomach. Pardon me for saying this, ma'am, but I've been to 1 circus, 2 carnivals, and 8 county fairs. Hey, you're the prettiest girl I ever saw.
I bet you said that before.
No, never once. So help me.
Well, I'm just a simple country girl. You're liable to turn my head.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, here, let me. Oh, I love the smell of cigar smoke. It's got a man smell to it. You know something? I never knew a man who was really comfortable with his boots on.
Yeah, well, I've had them on for 4 days now. They're kind of stuck. They're kind of growed on like.
Well, here, you just let me help you with them. You take your other foot and push.
Well, ma'am, I just can't do this, no righteousness. I just can't.
Just lean back and push.
Oh, ma'am. Well, if I'd known about this place before, I'd have been here a long time.
Hit him a good one.
He did.
How much did we get?
$400 worth of cattle if he was telling the truth. Bart, you better drive him up the West Wash until we can find a buyer.
I figured he was worth getting. Thought the cow's what we get.
$18.80 in cash. All he had on him was that 20. Sure, he did well back east. $400, a drop in the bucket, he said.
We got $18.80. What's what we're going to get for his gear and cattle? Now, that ain't bad for a half hour's work.
But he fooled us.
Someday I'm gonna meet a man with so much money he doesn't have to lie.
Now, when you roll, you gotta talk to those dice. How do you expect them to do what you want them to do if you don't talk to them?
You better rest these horses.
They're not sweating.
Well, I am.
I never once heard you say, come on, dice. Make it and I'll get you some new spots.
Nick, them squares are made out of ivory. They can't hear a word you say.
All right, and how come I'm a $3,100 winner?
You cheat.
I play the winning streak. Play the winning streak. You can't win, you can't win. You can't lose, you can't lose. You look over there. Look over there. See that little rabbit? You see him? You see him?
Yeah, I see him.
Well, now, I'll bet you $10 when I holler, he's gonna spook to the right. Huh? Huh?
No bet.
There, see that? Now, when was the last time you saved $10 so easy?
It must have been 15 or 20 minutes ago, when I didn't take that bet on whether them stupid birds' nests had pink eggs or blue eggs. You want to camp here? I got some hooks. We'll see how lucky you are with these traps.
Oh, no. I can afford a hot meal. Oh, by the way, where was that place old Dace was going to meet us yesterday?
Bleak House up by Newman's Crossing.
Oh, now, why can't we stay there the night? Get up, have a fresh start in
We're
the
only
morning.
6 hours from home, Nick. We'll be in there before midnight.
Tell you what, we'll flip for it. Heads we go to Bleak House, tails we go on home.
Not a chance. But I'll bet you the food is lousy.
50 cents it is.
You'll never get that bed clean that way. You're going against the grain. You gotta go with the grain. This way. This way, eh? Look like somebody got hurt here.
No, we just slaughtered some hogs.
Hogs, huh? Well, how does a half a dozen pork chops sound to you? Sounds great to me.
Well, we sold off all the pork. But we got beef stew for supper, and for breakfast we got bacon and beans, and sleeping's in the loft, and the price, 50 cents each.
Here's 5.
Well, I ain't got change for $5.
Oh, that's all right. You take it. We just want the best in the house.
You got it.
Say, what time did our foreman leave this morning? Who? A fellow named Dace Edwards. He was driving some white-faced cows. He was supposed to stop here last night. Did he stop here?
No, ain't been nobody around here for days. Listen, I'm gonna go down to the house and get my assistant to start supper for you. All right?
Right.
Glad to have you.
What do you suppose happened to Dace? Oh, I don't know. You get those fat cows moving, you wouldn't want to stop them now, would you? I guess not. All right, let's get the horses unsaddled and get to that hot meal, huh?
And one of them's got a roll of $100 bills you could stuff a tall goose with.
And they was asking about that feller that was here yesterday?
Yeah, said he was their foreman.
Huh. He was just a foreman.
You can't trust nobody nowadays. What'd you say?
Well, I told him we never seen nobody fit that description.
Good. You figure they got $1,500, maybe $2,000?
Oh, more than twice that. Enough to get us a real fine hotel.
Well, you feel them out, and I'll be in the back room getting some shut-eye with both ears open.
Howdy. Come on in. Just make yourselves at home. Got the pot boiling. Pork's out of the whiskey. Bill, they're paid.
Well, now. See what I told you? Some days you just can't lose.
Howdy, ma'am. I'm Heath Barkley. I'm Nick Barkley.
Sit down. I'll fix you a drink.
The best in the house, please.
Are you the Stockton Barkleys?
Yes, ma'am.
Hope you gentlemen are hungry. You like beef stew?
You make it, I'll guarantee it.
I'll set the table.
Let me help you.
It's your move, Mr. Barkley.
Nick.
It's your move, Nick. That wasn't a very good move.
Make it hard for a fellow to concentrate.
Do you get by here very much?
No. Not ordinarily. This may prove to be my favorite route to Fresno.
I hope so. It is late. You said you were going to leave before sunup?
I don't need any sleep.
I do.
Next time. It might be sooner than you think. Keith, come on. Oh, we're gonna go to bed. Come on. Fine. Come on, we're gonna go sleep. Yep.
Good night.
Good night, Bill.
I got a feeling he just might be coming back.
I hope so.
Daddy,
You let him get away.
those are Stockton Barkley's, boy. Too rich, too many friends, too many folks expecting them back.
All that money.
We tempted fate when we killed their foreman. Besides, that black-haired one, he sparked the bell.
They all do.
We might build this into something permanent.
Hold up. What's the matter? I just remembered I left that rifle of mine back at the bleak house in the barn.
All right, I'll ride back with you. You'll need somebody to argue with.
No. You go on. The family, they might be worried.
Well, I'm sure Dace has got back and told him about that crap game. Besides, you might need some help. With that girl.
You get out of here.
Sure?
I saw him with my own eyes.
Jared, that's terrible.
Well, the prodigal returns.
I live and got me down. What's so terrible?
They found 3 more bodies in the North Jetty.
3 more?
That makes 9 in the past 2 months.
Any identification?
Not unless you want to count the skulls being crushed in like all the others.
We were beginning to worry about you. You were supposed to be here yesterday.
Well, didn't Dace tell you we'd be late?
Dace?
We sent him ahead with a Hereford.
He isn't here.
Well, they should have got here yesterday.
Maybe you and Nick better double back, see if he's in any trouble.
Well, Nick isn't with me.
What do you mean?
Well, he left his rifle at the place we stayed at last night and rode back to get it.
Oh, well, then he'll be here in a few hours.
Well, not exactly. You see, he left a girl there also.
Oh?
Not anything to worry about, though, because Nick's riding a winning streak. But if Dace doesn't show up in a couple hours, I'll ride back and check on him.
Good.
What's for lunch?
Howdy. Told you I'd be back sooner than you thought.
Oh, I didn't expect you back so soon.
Well, I forgot my rifle.
and a man who sits a horse the way you do could ride 5 feet without noticing an empty rifle boot.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was just about all the way home, and I remembered I'd stuck it under some hay in the corner of the barn here. Many hands make light work. Here, I'll get that.
Thank you. Aren't you afraid you'll disappoint a lot of beautiful, rich young ladies up in Stockton?
Well, if there were that many beautiful young ladies up in Stockton, I wouldn't have to take my rifle out of the boot in the first place. Besides, none of them are as pretty as you.
Mr. Barkley! Mr. Barkley's here! Look, why don't you come on over here and sit down and make yourself comfortable?
Pa, Mr. Barkley forgot his rifle.
Why don't you get him some coffee? Hey, you're going to be staying the night, Mr. Barkley.
Well,
there's big doings in town tonight. There's a barn dance. Bill, you tell him about the barn dance.
There's barn dance.
Oh. Well, would you do me the honor of your company?
You can wear your flowered dress. Have you had lunch?
No,
Bill, why don't you fix a picnic basket? It's kind of warm around here, and it's nice and cool in that grove down by the river. Ain't nothing too good for our starboarder, Mr. Barkley.
What'd Nick think of those Herefords? You finally change his mind?
It took some convincing.
Well, they'll grow on him. Audra, what are you doing?
You put any more sugar in that tea, you're going to have to chew it.
Well, 9 men have been murdered. Aren't you too worried?
Yes, we are.
I'll get it. Oh, Sheriff, come in. Come in.
Afternoon, Victoria.
You're just in time for coffee.
Thanks, Victoria. But
Hello, Fred.
everybody. Fred. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. We found another body. It was your foreman, Dace Edwards.
Oh, no.
Dace? Where?
The river, North Jetty, same place as all the others.
Heath, how much of a head start did he have on you?
About 12 hours. We're supposed to catch up to him at Bleak House, but he never showed up there.
How do you know that?
Well, we checked there last night. They hadn't seen him.
I'm going to wire the lawmen upstream and form a posse.
We'll ride with you, Sheriff. Let's go.
Fine.
What kind of a person would do a thing like that?
Like it?
Love it.
I mean the picnic lunch.
That, too. I was talking about your face.
Are you trying to memorize me?
Mm-hmm. From chin to hairline. I just can't get enough of looking at you, so.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe I'm trying to find something wrong with you. Very difficult.
Don't you found something?
Mm-hmm. Those blue eyes. I bet a man could drown in those blue eyes.
I never thought anyone would notice. Well, you have a defect, too.
I do. Where?
Your forehead. Your hair keeps falling down on it.
Something wrong?
You kissed me like I was somebody.
You are somebody to me, Belle. Somebody very special.
Don't look that way. And don't feel that way. Let's just let here know.
Well, they're coming back. Been gone just about the right amount of time. Belle? Belle? How did it go?
It was just wonderful, Pa.
You still got that money on him? Bart.
Well, Daddy, she's got a funny look to her I never seen before.
Well, it ain't the kind of look you're ever like to understand.
Well, would you mind waiting outside? I want to take a bath.
Well, don't throw the water out when you're finished. Bart's going to use it.
Daddy, do I have to?
I'd appreciate it.
Looks like it's working out.
Well, if Belle marries him, who's gonna do for us?
Oh, we can hire anybody we want.
Uh-huh. She'll move in that big house and grow uppity ways and have us fetching and toting.
Oh, no. We got a saddle on your sister, boy.
Not if she marries money, we don't.
Wouldn't the Barkleys be flat out shocked to learn they got an in-law that's done the things that Belle's done?
We're gonna be rich, Daddy.
Like having a tunnel to the bank, son. Like having a tunnel to the bank.
What was she like?
Who?
First girl you ever in love with?
Oh, that one. She was a most unusual girl.
She like me?
Oh, very different from you. Very different.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A darker complexion, a little shorter, a little skinnier. But then again, so are all Paiute Indian girls at the age of 11.
Oh, now you're making fun of me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Oh, I just suddenly feel I need to know everything about you. Do you have a middle name?
Mm-hmm. Nicholas Jonathan Barkley, ma'am, at your service. What about you? Where are you from? Your father and brother sound like they're, up around Missouri, Kansas way.
In Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Whereabouts in Missouri?
Oh, it's a place you never would have heard of.
Well, try me.
Clay County.
Clay County, Missouri. Seems I have heard something about that.
Oh, no. Just a little place. Nothing ever happened there.
Well, I don't know about that. You were born there, weren't you? All right, enough about your past. Do you have any idea about your future?
Tell me.
Tonight, right after that barn dance, when we're all alone, do you know what I'm going to do?
No.
I'm going to buy us 2 steaks about an inch thick and 2 bottles of wine, best restaurant in town.
So you're holding the barn dance tonight?
I was. Been called off, and I spent $8 in advertising.
Oh, why'd you have to cancel?
Yeah, most of the men rode out of town on posse.
Who are they looking for?
Somebody around here's been killing folks and throwing them in the river. Bunch of bodies wound up in Joaquin County.
You might as well go home then.
8, 10 people knocked in the head. Maybe more.
We can still get home before dark.
Ain't nobody actual said lynch you. But they sure been fingering their ropes.
Take me home, Nick.
Still stay and have a little dinner.
Please. There are people around here doing things like that. I want to get back and warn Daddy and Bart.
Well, all right. Come on.
This is where we found the bodies, and this is where we'll split up. Check every house upstream, both sides of the river. Penn, Baines, take the Laughlin place. The old man and his wife are over 70, but check it out anyway. DeColvin, Herm, take the Stearns place, also look in on the Hubbles. Next up would be Bleak House.
Jed, now take that one.
That covers 20 miles. By that time, we ought to be meeting up with the Lathrop posse. All right, let's move out.
Thanks for understanding, Nick.
I'll take the buckboard to the barn and unharness.
Paul, wake up. Wake up and listen to me. Get up. Now listen to me. We gotta get away from here. There's a posse and they're talking lynch. Those bodies we threw in the river didn't stay underwater. They found a whole lot of them.
How are they going to trace them to us?
When they can't trace them any further upstream than this, they're gonna start poking around here.
There's nothing to tie us in.
It's bound and arrowed down to us, Bart. Now, do you want to take that chance?
Yeah, hush. Where's that Barkley fella?
Out in the barn unharnessing.
What's he going to think if he sees us riding out like this?
A man hit in the head with a hammer don't think nothing. With that money of his, we can buy us a whole lot of distance.
Nothing happens to him. Oh, Pa, don't you understand? For a few hours, I had everything I ever dreamed of. Right here in my hands. and my hands were clean. And it wasn't all yesterday's. It was tomorrow's.
Belle. Belle.
Oh, Paul, why does everything we touch turn to mud?
He was a nice young fella. When we move on, there's going to be other ones.
Not like this one.
So what are we supposed to do about him? He's a loss. We tap him on the head, and we send him downstream.
No.
Downstream. Downstream.
You got an idea.
Found all the bodies downstream. What if they was to find one with its head bashed in upstream?
Why, sure take the curse off on us.
Well, where are we going to find a body?
In the barn. Unharnessing.
And with a pocket full of money.
I told you, Paul, no. No.
Well, whatever's going between you and Nick Barkley's past working. He fills our needs like nobody else can. And then we can stay here and build our big hotel.
We ain't ever going to have that big hotel. We won't ever have anything.
Maybe. But it beats swinging from the end of a rope. You just move him into the right spot in front of the canvas. And we won't have to explain anything to anybody. We can stay here. We'll have a lot of money and be just as pure as a morning dew.
I won't do it.
Listen to me. You ain't never disobeyed your daddy before, and you ain't gonna start now. You hear me? You got no choice. It's him or us.
He's coming. You better listen to Daddy.
I brung us this far, and I'm gonna take us all the way. You just tell him we rode out to join that posse. Let him in, Belle. Let him in.
Everything all right?
I'm fine. They left a note. Rode out with the posse.
Well, see, I told you there was nothing to worry about.
I'm sorry I ruined our dinner, our whole evening, but well, it's still early. I could fix you a cup of coffee and maybe a sandwich for cheating you out of your dinner, too.
Here, let me help you.
No, you sit down over here. I can do it.
Oh. I realize how tired I am.
Lean back there and relax.
Sure, my foreman stopped by here. He said he was gonna.
Your foreman?
Dace Edwards. Matter of fact, I gave him a couple of cigars before he left Fresno. Cigars made especially for me. Like this one.
Let me see. Oh, yes. It's got your name right there. Oh, you must have left it here last night.
No. I'm sure I smoked all of them before I got here.
Oh, you must be very tired. Why don't you let me help you off with your boots, and I'll show you some real Missouri hospitality.
Missouri. Clay County. Yes, that does ring a bell. My brother defended a bank robber from up that way. Had a strange defense, though. He said he didn't even know he had committed a crime. The only crime that was known around his parts was working for a living. They taught the children how to rob and kill rather than read and write. And all the heroes the kids had were men like Jesse James and the Youngers.
You dead?
No.
Well, I can take care of that.
No! A shot might bring the posse.
And they gotta find a body upstream with a mashed-in head, right? So let's get a canvas back up and take him upriver. Get the posse?
No, it's just as bad, though. Heath Barkley and some other man.
Let's get him in the back. Bill, you get rid of them fellas.
Mr. Barkley.
Afternoon, Belle. This is my brother Jerry. Looking for Nick. I suppose he's out back.
No, he isn't here. He did come back at noon to get his rifle, and then he went right back to Fresno.
Well, he's a forgetful one. Sorry to bother you.
Pleasure, miss. I wonder why she lied. That was Nick's horse we saw in the pasture.
I don't know. Let's ride out a ways and double back, huh?
Right.
Come back in the barn!
Daddy, what we gonna do?
You ever thought about dying, son?
No way I can help it.
Oh, Pa, it's no use.
We ain't gonna quit, Belle. I ain't never lost a fight yet. Gun beats hanging 8 ways from Sunday. You got the guts for it, boy?
I'm ready.
I'm ready! Nick, are you all right? Where are they? Huh?
Take it easy.
Take it easy, Nick. Where's Belle?
She's in the barn. I'll get her.
I'll get her.
Sure you're all right?
I said I'll get her.
Is it over?
It's over.
I wasn't going to let him hurt you, Nick. I wasn't going to let him go through with it.
Just sit back, Nick, and relax. Lean back, Nick.
Don't.
Sorry, Bill.
You did love me, didn't you?
No, I'm not sorry about that. It's everything else.
You don't have to be.
What do you mean?
I didn't kill any of those people. I just talked to them. Pa and Bart is the ones that killed them.
How many people, Bill?
I don't know, 15, 16, I don't know.
And you just stood there and let it go on, huh?
They'll hang me, Nick. Unless you help me get away.
Get away.
Well, there's only 2 of them out there. two between us and the rest of our whole
Those are my
lives.
brothers.
If those are your brothers out there, then they'd let us get away. There's got to be some place for us somewhere.
I'm afraid you'll always be carrying some dead people in your hip pocket, Bill.
I wasn't born 22 years ago. I was born this afternoon in a grove down by the river. The doctor that delivered me said that a man could drown in my eyes. And then he kissed me. I never grew up around nothing but menfolk who never turned a furrow, never spent a drop of sweat. They never did nothing by the book. I even had to sneak away to go to school. Lived in nothing but old sod houses and caves. But someday we were going to have that big house. And then everything was going to be all right.
Come on, Bill. Waiting for us.